Welcome to part 27 of the Kicho Wong Dong series. In this episode, we're going to look at a technique called Chit Pahl Ki, also known as Stomp Kick. In other styles, it's known as an oblique kick or returning wave kick. But an interesting story I thought I'd give you. Realized this quite recently, that the yin-yang principle of Tang Soo Do and martial arts in general is opposites and sort of complementary opposites. So when we look at all our basic kicks, there's always an opposite. Opposite of knee kick is axe kick. Opposite of snap kick is back kick. In, two out, out, two in, roundhouse, hook kick, and the side kick, the opposite to it is the stomp kick, okay? Because it's like an upside down side kick. So that was an interesting thing that I thought I'd share with you. To warm up this technique, we're going to do two very basic stretches that help out with this kick and another kick that's a bit more advanced, known as the Bichagi diagonal kick. So these two stretches are great for that. The first stretch is you lie on your back and turn your foot outside your body and lift and raise, squeezing at the top for 10 times. The other stretch is to bring the foot in yoga known as happy baby, at an angle, and bring that knee up. You could do this seated or standing, but these two stretches really help sort of get the angle and understand the principle of Chit Pahl Ki Stomp Kick. Also, like side kick, you're hitting with the chuk do, the blade of the foot. So a good idea to walk around on the blade of your foot and stamp down. I talked about that in the first ever video, the side kick video, so check that out. Once you've done those stretches, you're ready to get used to the technique. Now, another interesting thing about Chit Pahl Ki is this kick is traditionally only done from the back leg, but it's very different from all other back leg kicks, as in you do not engage your upper body. So my understanding is that it is the fastest kick to perform off your back leg. Traditionally done low, as we talked about, a stomp down or a kick to the knee, very good for self-defense, but also can be done to mid-range with a great effect. So to set it up, the best thing to do is to stand back in a guards up and lift your knee up as if you're kneeing someone behind you. Now for this kick, you keep your toes forward like a stretch kick and keep your shoulder back. You lift the knee up, turn your blade, lower part of your foot up, and then kick down to the floor. And again, I would start just kicking very low and then returning the foot. Once you have this, you can start elevating the kick and then practice kicking and then stepping forward. But only when you step forward do you engage the shoulder. So again, this kick can be done off the front leg, but is more awkward. Common mistakes that I see, first one, most classic, is to look down. All low kicks, people look down. So again, this is fine when you're first learning the kick, but better thing to do is to look at your partner and kick, and use your peripheral vision towards a mirror if you don't have a partner, but to keep your head up, do not look down. The second common mistake is to engage your shoulder, and therefore the angle of the kick is off, and then you sort of overcommit on the kick. So please, when you do this kick, return, and step through. Like all kicks, it's got to start, an end, and a return. So make sure you don't kick forward, engage your shoulder, and then mess up the toes and the angle of the kick. The last common mistake I see is not kicking with the chuk do, the blade of the foot, and the toes not going as far out as possible. Therefore, it's looking more like a snap kick or sort of strange sort of out to in kick, okay? Again, out to in and stomp kick can sometimes get confused in forms. You know, is it an out to in, is it a stomp kick? But for this stomp kick, the big toe is turned as far out as possible so that the leg is correct, and you kick with the blade, not the top of the foot or the toes, because you could damage yourself. So once you feel you have the technique, it is always good to test it. The first way is to add some other kicks onto it. So it's a great drill you could do with a lot of kicks. I'm going to show two examples. One of them is to just stand forward, do a stomp kick one way, and then we were talking earlier about the complementary kick, a side kick the other way. And you can either do this by kicking, putting your foot down there, or for more advanced, kick, don't put the leg down, kick. And you can go back and forth doing the two. 10 reps one side, 10 reps the other side. And the other one, which I like, is to stomp into Kichuripjas, a cross leg stance roundhouse. And again, you can do this back and forth on the spot, kicking down and across. The next game to play is with a partner, and the idea is you stand with guards up and you can hold on or get them to throw a punch, and just practice tapping and back, keeping your head up. This is important. You know, you can be doing punch combinations or pad work quickly, tap to the top of the leg or the shin, not on the knee, just in case, and just to get used to the tactile way of committing with the kick. The last game is to now add the game into a game we've played earlier with power kicks, which is the zombie game where your partner has a shield and they're moving slowly towards you. The idea behind this is that Stomp Kick is actually a power kick. It's a straight through thrusting kick. So the idea is to now get some power into it. So as well as your push kicks, your side kicks, your spinning back kicks, you now add Stomp Kick into there, and this is a great addition to the kick. And also, if your hands are up here, boom, and you kick, they're like, where'd that kick come from? Because again, you don't engage the shoulder, so it's a good surprise technique. Hope you've enjoyed this tutorial on the Stomp Kick, Chit Pahl Ki. Again, low kicks are dangerous, so please be careful with your partner if you're practicing with a partner, and always check with your instructor first before going forward on new and sort of more obscure techniques. But I hope you're enjoying the channel. Please like and subscribe, and if there's any techniques you'd like to see, please leave in the comments below. As these videos go further, I will be getting more advanced for the techniques. So thank you very much for watching. Thanks.